In an article that I posted on Canvas, the critic John Samuel Harpham discusses what he calls the aesthetics of crime. He asserts that in early detective fiction, such as those we'll read by Edgar Allan Poe and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the criminal often plays the role of artist, and the detective is a sort of art critic. He traces this idea back to the 18th century German philosophers Immanuel Kant and Friedrich Schiller, as well as the English philosopher Edmund Burke. Kant's theories about artistic beauty divide aesthetics into different categories, the highest of which is the sublime, which is sometimes defined as a kind of awe or terror through sheer immensity. Think about a raging storm at sea or the view from a high cliff. The idea of the sublime was important for the genre of Gothic literature that emerged in the late 18th century and continued for about 100 years afterward, including such novels as Frankenstein and Dracula. Some of Edgar Allan Poe's stories grew out of this tradition as well. You may have read, for example, The Telltale Heart or The Cask of Amontillado. These are both stories about murders told by the murderers themselves. In the 1840s, Poe wrote a trilogy of stories featuring a character named C. Auguste Dupin, an intellectual from a wealthy French family who solves crimes merely because they pique his curiosity. The term detective had not yet been coined and didn't exist in the English language, but these stories are considered the first modern detective stories. So for today's discussion, I want you to read through the article. There may be some parts that you don't entirely understand, but that's fine. I have some questions for you to answer about it on the discussion board, and you'll also need to respond to posts by 2 of your classmates.